sing Lift Every Voice and Sing, written by James Weldon Johnson and composed by his brother J. Rosamond Johnson.
Yes. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the morn listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Has taught us, sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that the tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places our God where we met thee, lest our hearts with the wine of the world we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
Thank you so much, Andy, and all of us. Hello, everyone. I'm Joanna Foley, and I would like to welcome you to the Berkeley Fellowship of Unitarian Universalists, and a special welcome to our friends on Zoom. We are part of a free religious tradition that honors the loving heart, the open mind, and growing together within the beloved community. Please silence your cell phones. If you have any announcements, please write them down and give them to Jeff in the AV corner. And if you would like to write in the books of Joys and Sorrows, it is to your left over there on the table. If you're on Zoom and want to write in the Joys and Sorrows, just write what you would like in the chat. Our fellowship stands today on land that is called Berkeley, California, located in the stolen territory of the Ohlone people. We honor them today and always for their wisdom and resilience. We are very pleased to have with us today Sage Chioma. She is a poet, playwright, and practitioner of healing arts whose work weaves together creative expression, social justice, and public health. She holds a degree in social justice and policy studies from Guilford College in Greensboro, North Carolina, and a graduate degree in public health, specializing in social and behavioral sciences. She's the author of Earth is a Mother's Hood, a poetry collection celebrating the divine feminine. So here are the opening words that she chose and that Betsy will read.
Denied aspects of self don't disappear in an individual, family, or society. They are simply driven underground and passed on to the next generation, which struggles once again with the same unresolved issues.
That's by Gloria Korpinski, her book, Barefoot on Holy Ground, 12 Lessons in Spiritual Heart. So please light your own chalice or candles at home now, while we light this communal chalice for all of us, a symbol of our tradition and the spirit that lives within every one of us. Please read with me our unison chalice lighting, which can be found in your order of service and on your screen. Let love be the spirit of this congregation and service its goal. This is our living covenant to dwell together in peace, to seek the truths in life, and to help one another. And then we light our red candle to mourn Black lives taken by police violence, to proclaim that Black lives matter, and to express our commitment to Black liberation, reparations, and the end of slave capitalism. Our next song will be There Is More Love Somewhere.
49. Wait.
In the book.
It's number 90. Oh, well.
Keep playing, Andy. We have to find the score.
It's okay. There is more love somewhere. There is more love somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more love somewhere. There is more hope somewhere. There is more hope somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more hope somewhere.
So next is our responsive reading by Marge Piercy, which will appear on the screen. You cannot always tell by looking what is happening.
Connections are made slowly. Sometimes they grow underground.
More than half a tree is spread out in the soil under your feet. Fight persistently as the creeper that brings down the tree. Gnaw in the dark and use the sun to make sugar. Live a life you can endure. Make love that is loving. Live as if you like yourself, and it may happen. This is how we're going to live for a long time, not always. Now is the time for our meditation. In a moment, I will sound a chime to lead us into our time of silent meditation. Please get comfortable and follow your breath to your inner stillness. I will ring the chime a second time at the end of 2 minutes. The ritual of joys and sorrows is a time for each of us to share what is in our hearts this week and ask for community prayers and support. Each week, we lay out a book that you are welcome to write in about your joys and sorrows, and I will now read from that book. Happy birthday, America. That's from Jeff. So pleased with Joanna's commitment to reparations and our guest speaker. Welcome, Sage Chioma. Send blessings to all animals who endured explosions in the last few days or so. The smoke alone is terrible, and then especially for the birds. Blessings to all victims worldwide and nationwide of the U.S. empire and hegemony. Now's the time we say aloud the names of anyone we want to send support and loving energy to. Now's the time we move on to the silent part of our morning ritual. It's the healing ritual with water and stones. For anything that is in our hearts that we wish to bring into community but is perhaps too sensitive to speak aloud, we have a symbolic action that you can take. You can walk down the center aisle, choose a stone or stones, and immerse in the water which represents our community. for all that we have shared and for all that we will share in our ongoing life together. May we be grateful. Today's meditation song comes from the Buddhist tradition and is found in the order of service. Please join us in singing. Our next song is Let There Be Peace on Earth.
Let there be peace on earth. The intro. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with her as our mother. We are family. Let me walk with my friend in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And now we will hear from Sage Chioma, all the way across country in Greensboro, North Carolina.
And honored I am, and how thankful I am to be able to give this talk. So I want to say it is an honor to be at Berkeley Fellowship of Unitarian Universalist Church this morning, all the way to California. So I want to thank Jeff Palmer, the chair of the Sunday Services Committee, Paul Norton, who's making it possible right now for me to Zoom in, and his expertise and assistance. And I want to thank Margaret Holberg and the choir. That song, Let There Be Peace on Earth, it brought back a lot of memories for me. I'm so thankful that you were able to sing that song this morning. I, of course, want to thank Joanna Winston Foley, who is connected to me in a very special way. So I'll begin by speaking of the title of this talk today. Expanding the Circle of Remembrance. 250 years later, honoring the Black Patriots, may the circle be unbroken. There is an African proverb that reminds us, until the lions have their own historians, the tale of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. Today, I speak not to rewrite, but to restore history, to expand the circle of remembrance, until every hand that helped build this nation is finally seen, honored, and remembered. There are moments when remembering becomes more than history. It becomes an act of healing, an opportunity to cleanse the soul of a nation. And I believe this is one of those moments. So today, I invite you to imagine a great circle. So I invite you to just simply take in a deep breath and imagine a circle that is not a circle drawn on paper or etched in sand, but a circle drawn across generations. Imagine a circle where the living stand hand in hand with those who came before us. Imagine a circle where no sacrifice is forgotten, no name lost, and no story left untold. Imagine a circle where every generation reaches back to lift the next, ensuring that the wisdom, courage, and sacrifices of those who came before becomes a blessing for those yet to come. Today, in this sacred moment, we choose to deliberately, intentionally, and purposefully not only imagine the circle, but we're choosing to expand the circle of remembrance. We choose in this holy and sacred moment to make it larger, brighter, bolder, stronger. For we gather not simply to remember the past, but to repair our collective memory. Because remembrance is more than an act of looking backwards. Remembrance is an act of justice. Let us remember in the spirit of Sankofa, an ancient Akan principle that teaches us that it's never ever too late to return for what has been forgotten. The Adinkra symbol of Sankofa is a bird that is looking over its shoulder as if it's reaching back, and gently carrying in its beak is the precious egg that it has retrieved, a powerful reminder that we must reach into the past to recover what is valuable and what is of use, and carry it forward for the generations yet to come. Sankofa reminds us that memory is more than a collection of historical facts. Memory can be medicine. Many indigenous traditions speak of blood memory. Throughout the African diaspora, we speak of ancestral wisdom. We have all heard it, that those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. I would add this: those who deliberately bury the past are making the conscious choice to repeat it. No matter the circumstances, no matter how long it may take, history has a way of coming full circle. The stories we choose to remember and those we choose to forget have a way of finding their way back into the light. They call to us across generations, asking not only to be remembered, but to be understood. That has certainly been true in my own life. My place within this nation's history began to unfold through the work of my cousin, Solomon Titus Taylor of Rochester, New York, a retired gunnery sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. Solomon returned home after serving 22 years in the military. Over the next 12 years, he spent countless hours listening to the stories of his grandfather, Thaddeus Titus. Thaddeus Titus was the brother of my great-grandfather, McTillman Titus. And before Thaddeus Titus passed away, he shared with Solomon the names and memories of his 11 siblings, many of whom he lost contact with because of the Great Migration. Those stories planted a seed within Solomon, and it became his mission to reconnect the missing branches of our family tree. But what began as a search for lost relatives became something much greater. His research reunited members of our family across the United States, England, the Netherlands, and Jamaica. As he traced out further back, he landed in the 1800s and discovered an ancestor named Ishmael Titus, who had been enslaved in Mecklenburg County in North Carolina. His enslaver, Lawrence Ross, promised Ishmael Titus his freedom if he would serve as Lawrence Ross's substitute for 1 year in the American Revolutionary War. Imagine the irony of a man denied his own liberty, fighting for the liberty of a nation. Yet Ishmael answered the call. He fought in 3 significant Revolutionary War battles: Deep River, Kings Mountain, and Guilford Courthouse. Through years of tireless research, along with what I can only describe as synchronistic and spiritual encounters, Solomon devoted himself to ensuring that Ishmael's story would not be forgotten. Eventually, Solomon invited members of our family at Kings Mountain to learn more and to honor our ancestors. We met at the Patriot Inn in Grover, North Carolina, where the owner of the inn, Marty Mangello, an expert historian on pre-revolutionary and the Revolutionary War, met with us, and he continues to be instrumental in assisting my family on uncovering this history. We had a nice Patriot Inn, and we all traveled to Kings Mountain National Military, the very battlefield where Ishmael had once stood. We made our way along those historic trails. I experienced a revelation. One of the battles Ishmael fought was at Guilford Courthouse in Greensboro, North Carolina, the very city I moved to in 2004. Then another realization is just a mile from my home, and for more than 10 or 12 years, I walked those without knowing I was literally walking in the footsteps of my ancestor. In that moment, the history was no longer something I merely read about. It became deeply personal, and the circle of remembrance expanded to include me. Yet it became more than personal, it became ancestral, living, breathing, an experience that carried with it both depth and breadth. And without realizing it, I had already stepped into the circle of remembrance. And once I stepped into that circle, history began to unravel and unfold itself in ways I could never imagine. History has a remarkable way of coming full circle. As it turns out, my cousin Solomon was not the only one to experience a series of synchronistic events and spiritual encounters. After our visit to Kings Mountain, my walks through Guilford Courthouse, Military Park were never the same. The trails I had once walked simply for exercise had become sacred ground. And I found myself noticing every monument, every cannon, every memorial plaque. I was no longer just passing through history, I was walking within it. Then one ordinary afternoon, something unexpected happened. I did what I had done so many times before. I drove to the park, parked my car, and took my usual walk. But when I returned, my car wouldn't start. So I walked to the visitor center, which was a little bit of a trek, but I got there. And when I got there, a lovely park ranger came to assist me. She was a beautiful Black woman named Violet. Now, until that day, I had never in my life seen a Black female national park ranger. Violet pulled up in her parked vehicle and said, "Hop in." And when we reached my car, she opened the back of her vehicle only to discover her jumper cables were missing. "I can't believe it," she said. "I've been off for just a few days and someone removed my jumper. Stay here, I'll be right back." So I sat in my car for a moment, and while waiting for her to return, something told me to try the car one more time. The engine started immediately. And instead of driving away, I returned to the visitor center to thank Violet and to let her know I was okay. As we talked, I began to share with her the story of my ancestor, Ishmael Titus. I even called my cousin Solomon in Rochester, New York, and introduced the two of them over the phone. Violet listened, and when I hung up from Solomon, she said, "Wait right here." She disappeared into the visitor center and returned carrying a printed copy of Ishmael Titus's Revolutionary War pension record. Now, Solomon did all this research. He had all this information, but I didn't. And there I stood, and in my hands was the story of my ancestor waiting for me in the very park where he had fought nearly 2.5 centuries earlier. Coincidence? Or perhaps history has a way of calling us back to the places where our story. Because we begin our lives with stories. We end our lives with stories, which is why I love story and storytelling so much. Because we not merely begin stories within the span of a single day, 24 hours, but across the span of a lifetime. And stories become the threads that connect generations, linking past, present, and future. What I know for sure is that stories have the power to hurt, heal, bind, or set free. They can divide or unite us. They can imprison us in silence, or they can set us free in truth. So I ask again, was it merely a coincidence, or perhaps history preparing me for the full circle moment that was yet to come? Several weeks later, a social worker, a retired social worker, and a journalist named Joanna Winston Foley visited Guilford Courthouse National Military Park. And during Joanna's visit, she spoke with the lovely ranger, Violet, who shared the story of Ishmael Titus and my family's journey. Now, Joanna had already written thoughtful essays and highlighting on the often overlooked contributions. Her op-eds were published in our local newspaper, the Greensboro News and Record. And she questioned the lack of representation of Black patriots in Guilford Courthouse Military Park. So after speaking with Violet, All she had to go on was my name, Sage Chioma. But being the gifted journalist she is, she found me. And after several conversations by phone, we discovered we had a lot in common, both personally and professionally. We also discovered that her ancestor, Joseph Winston, and my ancestor, Ishmael Titus, had fought together in 2 Revolutionary War battles. History, once again, had come full circle. She shared a vision with me in one of our phone conversations. She imagined the 2 of us blessing the land and one day creating a public gathering where descendants of every patriot, Black, white, Native, those who were free, enslaved, could all come together to honor our shared history. And the visitor center was closed the day that she came because she had informed me that she would be coming so that we could meet in person. And so on the Memorial Day weekend of 2022, Joanna, Winston Foley, and I met at Guilford Courthouse National Military Park. Together, we walked those sacred grounds. We sang hymn that some there for love found somewhere. And we burned cedar and sage and spoke prayers. And we called the names of those whose stories have been forgotten. Then something happened that neither of us had planned. As we concluded our ceremony, a small group of visitors quietly gathered near the monument of General Nathaniel Greene, and without any coordination, someone began playing taps. The moment was surreal. The haunting notes just moved through the leaves and the wind. And Joanna and I stood in silence. And when the final note faded into the stillness, we spoke these words together. May only good happen here from this day forward. May only good happen here from this day forward. May only good happen here from this day forward. Standing together on sacred ground, honoring the stories of our ancestors, what began as a chance encounter became something far more meaningful. Joanna and I have adopted one another in a term that she phrases as land sisters. And that is how we acknowledge each other. We're connected by a common purpose to honor the land, preserve its history, and expand the circle of remembrance for generations to come. So in the spirit of Sankofa, let us remember. For remembrance is more than memory. It is an act of gratitude and an act of restoration, an act of justice. Today we expand the circle of remembrance by speaking aloud the names of those whose courage helped shape this nation. For as long as a name is spoken, a life remembered. As long as a story is told, a legacy endures. But today, we honor them. We speak their names with reverence. We speak their names with gratitude. There are so many more, but just to name a few, let us remember. Adam Adams, Solomon Beebe, Jacob Blake, Willis Boone, Syphax Brown, Isaac Brown, Thomas Garney, Edward Holman, Mason Collins, William Cuff, Andrew Ferguson, George, Edward Gowen, John Hammonds, Lazarus Harmon, Edward Harris, Henry, Makaja Hicks, Henry Hill, Major Hitchens, Agrippa Hall, Zachariah Jacobs, George Kendall, Moses Knight, William Lomack, Robin Lloyd, Thomas Mason, Ambrose Monk, Bazalil Norman, Andrew Pebbles, Richard Pendergrass, Jesse Peters, John Pipsico, Record Crimes, Dempsey Reed, John Rawls, Thomas Stewart, William Stewart, Daniel Strother, Ishmael Titus, John Toney, Matthew Williams, David Wilson, yesterday, on July 4th, we commemorated 250 years of the American story. And today, we remembered the Black Patriots not simply because they deserve our gratitude, but because our children deserve the truth. But only then can remembrance become reconciliation. Only then can remembrance become a part of healing our history. Only then can justice take root in the soil of our collective memory. And only then can future generations say that when it was our turn to remember, we did not look away. We widened the circle. We told the whole story. So as I conclude today's message, I invite you to return with me once again and imagine a circle, not a circle drawn on paper or etched in sand, but one drawn across generations. Imagine a circle where the living stand hand in hand with those who came before us. Imagine a circle where no sacrifice is forgotten, no name lost, no story left untold. Imagine a circle where every generation reaches back to lift the next, ensuring that the wisdom, the courage, and the sacrifices of those who came before become the blessings of those yet to come. May the circle of remembrance remain unbroken. It's been my honor and privilege. Thank you so very much.
Well, thank you so much, Sage. 3 years ago, almost to the day, Sage and I presented a version of this service at her church in Greensboro, North Carolina, Faith Community Church. So again, a coming full circle. Now is the time when we share our responsibility for the home which we are creating together. Our shared plate partner for July is World Central Kitchen. It's the first to the front lines, providing fresh meals in response to humanitarian, climate, and community crises. It has provided 130 million meals to those suffering in Gaza. In 2010, Chef Jose Andres, ready to use his culinary knowledge and talent to help, headed to Haiti following a devastating earthquake. Cooking alongside displaced families in a camp, he was guided on the proper way to cook black beans, the way Haitians like to eat them, mashed and sieved into a creamy sauce. It wasn't just about feeding people in need. It was about listening, learning, and cooking side by side with the people impacted by the crisis. This is the real meaning of comfort food, and it's the core value that Jose, along with his wife Patricia, used at the center of founding World Central Kitchen. So thank you for supporting World Central Kitchen and BFUU. The offertory will be by Andy Jameson. Let us dedicate our offerings to the work of this fellowship, which is creating beloved community within and beyond these walls. We dedicate ourselves and these, our offerings. Next is the song, This Joy I Have.
Yeah, and we want you all to sing along with us. It's a sing-along. So just think of it as a fun sing-along. It's not, to help us out. And clap. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Hallelujah. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. 3, 4. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Yeah. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Hallelujah. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah, yeah. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah, yeah. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Hallelujah. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
Are there any folks here who are new to BFUU who would like to introduce themselves briefly? And if so, we have a traveling mic. Some folks like to do this and some don't. It is totally optional.
Hi, I'm Aunt Holly Jones. I just moved to California, or back to California, but I'm from Virginia, and I'm a member of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Charlottesville, Virginia. But my family just moved out here because I took a job in SF, and we're going to live in Oakland, but I thought I'd come journey this way and check this one out and check out all the UUs in the area and find my church home.
We hope you'll choose us. Thank you. Welcome.
Excuse me. My name is Smitty, and this is my friend Sherry. We belong to the UU Fellowship of Santa Cruz County, and we don't have services in July, so Sherry and I visit other UU churches in Northern California, and so we came to visit you today, and I'm pretty impressed. So,
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hi, most of you know me. I'm Phoebe, and this is my niece, Anna, who is visiting from Fairfax, Virginia, outside of Washington, D.C.
Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Jeff Mertens, and I moved into the neighborhood across the street at 1605 Bonita in 1952 when I was 2 years old. I love this church. I love Reverend James Reeb, Clark Olson, who were together in Selma. I love the people, Alabama that is, and then we went to Selma, California, and we spoke Spanish and jumped underneath the picket lines. Anyway, I'm happy. I've been back for a long time, and I'm delighted to be here, and I'm delighted that all of you are singing together. And our friend Marjorie Michaels is very close to my heart. I don't see her here, but I know she's here in spirit.
Thank you. Okay. So, welcome to all who are with us today, in silence or with words, in person or in spirit. We will have more time to connect with each other after the service and in the days to come. We gratefully acknowledge all who work together on this service. Thanks to all of you here and in the Zoom room who are sharing our service. It's great to see you. Jeff, who are our Zoomers?
So today we have Ben Birch, Jinky and Mike Gardner, Marge Turngren, Sage Chioma, Mary, Simone, Annie W. Thank you.
Please check your order of service or email newsletter for the announcements. If you're not yet on our mailing list, go to bfuu.org to sign up. Next week, we will have the sermon, Becoming an Abolitionist Church, by Reverend Gregory Stevens. What does it mean for a faith community to move beyond reform and into transformation? In a world shaped by punishment, surveillance, and family separation, abolition calls us to imagine something more radical than Band-Aid fixes to broken systems. Abolition calls us to build entirely new ways of living together. We will consider how churches and congregations can become sites of repair, accountability, and collective liberation. Jeff is waiting with announcements.
Hi, everybody. Let's see. This Thursday is game night. And I've been going to all of them. I've done 4 or 5 of them now. They're really fun. They're growing quite fast. We we're up to 10 last week, and so it's a community of people that the games are non-competitive mostly. A little bit of competition in there, and a lot of jokes and laughing and stuff like that. So if that sounds like, I don't know if you heard any of that, but. You can talk to me later, but if that sounds like something you'd like to do, it's this Thursday at 6 o'clock, goes from 6 to 7:30, this Thursday right here. And Justin is looking for a place to live for a couple months, 2 to 3 months. He'd like to pay for a room. If you have a room in your house, you'd like to collect a few dollars and hang out with Justin, who's a great guy. I don't know where he is. He's in here somewhere. He's a great guy. You've seen him before. That'd be really, really helpful. And Betsy, you want to come up? We have one more announcement while Betsy comes up. There's going to be some sign-up sheets for committees. They were on the table, and now they're a little bit past the table. So Sumi is directing your eye to them. Thank you, Sumi. So if you want to be on a committee, like to me, when I first joined this church like 10 years ago, I heard about committees. I'm like, my eyes just rolled. I'm like, boy, I hope I never end up on one of those. But I had to go to the Sunday service committee because I wanted to give some my opinion about stuff, and then they suckered me in, and now I'm doing this stuff. But anyway, turns out the committee is one of the worst terms for these groups. I used to come, I would come to about 3 or 4 of these things a week, and we would meet the same 4 or 5 people, and we would just change our hats. Today we're Sunday Service Committee. Next day we're the worship, the Caring Committee or the Social Justice Committee. Every day was different. It was great community. That's what I'm trying to say. If someone could come up with a better word, basically it's a community. If you want to hang out with a community of a small group of people, and they do something together, like the Sunday Service Committee, we build these services together. So we figure out who's coming, what the whole thing. And so each community does a different thing. But if you want to be one of those communities, the list is over there, and you get to hang out and get to know several people. I'm going to turn it over to Betsy. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff, for turning it over at the last minute, and thank you for being a community that puts out such successful services. Thank you. I'd like to say that Marjorie Michaels and I, under the umbrella of the Social Justice Committee, so thank you, Phoebe, are starting to put together the 3rd East Bay Activist Community Potluck, which will be on Monday, August 10th, at 6 o'clock here in Fellowship Hall. And we will be showing Daniel Ellsberg's last videotaped interview called An Ordinary Insanity. And the theme will be nuclear non-proliferation and proliferation. So we hope to see you all there. Thanks.
So now is the time that we extinguish our chalice. Please read with the words from your order of service. We extinguish the flame of this chalice, but not the warmth of love, the light of truth, or the energy of service. These we carry in our hearts until we meet again. So thank you for joining us today. After the service, you are welcome to stay and enjoy community and a light lunch. We hope you can stay. And now for our final circle, Please form a circle in the hall and join in singing Circle Round for Freedom.
Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace. All of us in prison, circle for release. For the planet, for each soul, children of our children, keep the circle whole.
The blessing of truth be upon us. The power of love direct us and sustain us. And may the peace of this community preserve our going out and our coming in, from this time forth until we meet again. And now we have a special surprise from Paul.
It will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Oh, glory. Glory. Oh, from the south side, please welcome Carmen.